and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Agenda approved.
Make a motion to approve minutes.
Second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes approved. Communications.
No, and nothing.
We'll go around and
Okay.
wrap this up.
All right. I had early childhood and it was just your normal stuff, the budget or their budget and a couple budget amendments, and they're doing a class for some of the daycares. But they were talking about then the bill as it's going forward, that to consolidate it all into the state deal, so they're pretty concerned about it, but I don't know, they're trying to lobby for it, against it and stuff and all that, so I don't know what's gonna happen with it, if it'll end up getting passed or not, so. Just, I'll keep you aware of it, but that's it.
I didn't have anything with the meeting we had Wednesday, so.
Yeah, so we did meet with the sheriff and discussed our numbers, and I think John and I will make a recommendation for the budget next week when we do the full budget session, but overall it went well.
Yeah, it was a good conversation, and hopefully it helps with the future too, of how we can come to the conclusions in the future. Obviously, it's gonna be different than what we've done in the past, so.
Mhm. I have Board of Health, and so I did bring up, the tax ask that we budget for versus what we're actually coming in at and the difference there. And do we need to take down the number of employees that we're budgeting for? But overall, the budget was approved with a net zero. It's actually a decrease from last year, so that was good. And we had a conversation about the caseloads for the nurses, so they did just hire another nurse. And instead of having like 10 cases per nurse, they're gonna try to aim for like 18. And so I voted for the budget just with the idea that going forward, we're gonna keep a monitor on it and make sure that we're actually budgeting for what we're spending. And I think that we do have hopefully the ability to bring in the revenue to match that expense as it sits right now, but but they did approve it with the raises, but the whole ask was actually less than last year, so that was good. Made a little bit of improvement on what we have. All right, open forum. Anyone have anything?
Yeah, Scott Hamlin, and I just wanted to share a little bit of community activity and part of the county stuff, like the Pioneer Cemetery Commission that I participate in. And we're very glad to have Seth Meyer on board with the commission, helping us out. He really brings a lot of good, fresh, modern ideas, and his knowledge of the community is very, very beneficial. So thank you. I just wanted to share that.
Thank you. Do we have liquor licenses, Brandy? No. I don't think so. I think the next thing is number 8, scheduling the truth and taxation hearing. So I think we're gonna do, with Kevin not being here, I think that we'll save any budget or insurance decisions for when we're all here for next week.
Plus, we haven't heard back from.
Yeah, we haven't heard yet.
Which I don't think that's gonna change our budget plans anyhow, is it?
No. When would you like that, Brandy?
I think you guys discussed last week, maybe the 25th of March. It just has to be after, it can't be any sooner than the 20th.
I think we talked about 1 o'clock that day, right?
So.
So you basically just need a motion.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make a motion to set the truth and taxation hearing for March 25th at 1 p.m.
Second?
Sorry.
All in favor, say aye.
Right.
I
Opposed? Motion passes.
already had that down on my calendar.
So did I, so that's why I'm kind. Perfect. I think we can recess till Nick comes in.
Okay, recess time.
I just can't believe
real
You
business.
need to keep it in order.
You got 2 weeks of worth of information now?
Well,
Well, it's got a lot on the agenda.
Ooh, that's our agenda today. Thank you.
Yep.
all right. First thing we had is we're gonna update our IRBM plan. Since we have a new roadside vegetation manager, allowing for the update. Doing the update will allow us to submit for the roadside vegetation grants.
And that's because of the new weed commissioner, right?
Well, yeah, we'll just have to make sure it's updated. Should print it on both sides. And still on that. Signed. Well, I don't know if there is a place for a signature.
I looked at it on the package.
I thought we usually do sign, because Kevin
There's
gets
supposed to be
that.
something more on the statement of support.
I don't know. We'll come back next week with that, I guess.
So no action on that one?
There's no, I don't know if there's a place to sign. I just had her print it off. It's two-sided. I don't know if there's a place to actually sign. I looked through everything, but I didn't look after it was printed. I mean, if you guys have a version and you want to read it and approve it.
Office.
Is there a place to sign on that thing? No.
No.
My fault. I should have reviewed the work.
Well, we don't need to prove it today, do we?
No.
It sat on Kevin's desk for months last year.
Not that. That didn't.
Not this? Okay.
We only do so once every 2 years.
Why'd you send us an electronic copy too, just to?
There's one in our package.
There was, okay.
And the package Brandy sent us, I believe it
Yeah.
was.
I got her earlier this week.
It's way at the end. Yep.
There we go, okay. It looks like it's missing the whole statement of support piece, maybe. And that's where the signature would be?
I'll figure it out.
Exhibit 3 is missing.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go print it off and come back. The 29D with Tama County, do you guys have that?
Yeah, it's in our
Yeah,
package.
and I sent it out too. You met with their board on
Monday.
Monday.
I need to, I'm still going over with the DOT to make sure that this is legit. There may or may not need to be amendments. I don't know. We might as well sign this one now.
Does anybody have an issue with?
I make a motion for the acting chairman to sign the 28D agreement with Tama County.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Right.
Opposed? Motion passes.
The DOT says that there needs to be a permanent engineer in place to sign construction documents.
There's some guys that are sharing engineers, aren't there?
Yeah, but that's a permanent
Okay. Thank you.
permanent, so. So I will have to make sure, I got a letter out, email out to the DOT to make sure that this suffices, but, I have not heard back yet. All right, let's open up some rock bids for FM. Because I'm not allowed to open them myself, you guys can, hopefully that helps you keep track of what.
There are copies for everyone?
Go for it.
Gave them all.
Also,
I got a couple extra. Did you do extras?
yeah, I probably did 8.
Am I
You
supposed
guys like some maps? Here's the rock maps. There are a couple extra lines that go around. Don't worry about those. I wasn't gonna change letters and turn them off.
Okay.
Yeah, there should be enough.
My annual reminder to take a picture of this on your phones when you get phone calls about not getting rock. You know where it's going?
Yep.
Would you like
Just tell them to call Nick.
All right.
one? You know where it is?
I used all your staples, both of them.
What's that?
I said I used all your staples, both of them.
They all done?
Those are local,
Oh.
be careful.
You have extras of those though somewhere.
So because I don't have a computer in front of me, we do have a budget for all this.
Thanks.
If you guys just make motions to approve things, do it for the price and not the quantity. Just put in your motion that I'm allowed to change the quantity.
Okay.
Because I tried for hours to get a laptop to bring it over and I could not. So I cannot put this in. So we have a budget and we'll just have to make sure that they stay below the budget totals.
So you got this many bids?
3.
Oh, 3.
We have 4 envelopes though.
Yeah, well, okay, is it Martin Marietta? I don't know if that's for local or what it is, but they did submit bids too, so yeah, 4, I guess.
Do you want me to start with that one?
Sure, if you want to.
So they were all sent by mail, none were sent electronically?
No, they were all either most of them were hand delivered. No, nobody sent them email.
There are 2 documents in here. There's a local rock rate. And it looks like an FM.
Yep, let's read the FM first.
Okay.
I can take that one.
That's from who?
This is from the,
Martin Marietta.
yeah, Martin Marietta. And District 101 is $28.15 per ton.
How much again? Sorry, what was it?
Yeah, can you guys write these down and then I'll have to look at your cheat sheets? $28.15. District 103 is $30.15 per ton, and then 105 is $28.15 per ton. Do we need to do anything about liquidated damages, or is that standard?
What does it say?
$200 per day.
That's what I put on there.
Okay.
Do they do 106?
No, they did not.
Okay, just those 3?
Yes,
Beautiful.
on 2 documents, yes. Okay. This one is from Dowd Stone. This is for FM routes. Again, we have the $200 per day damage. District.
Just a question before we start. What's the Keswick Harbor?
They're probably hauling everything out of Keswick.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
District 105 is $22.93. District 106 is $23.06. District 108 is $21.59. District 109,
$21.59.
yep. District 109 is $22.88. And 110 is $22.75.
Those prices are about, again, around the calculator on me, roughly 10% higher than last year. This one is 15% higher, 10 to 15% higher.
I have it, if you want, do you want?
I just
Okay.
don't have a computer.
Okay.
I dealt with that damn thing for too many hours.
Wendling Quarries is next. FM routes, good. $200 a day in damages. They have 4 bids. We're starting with 101, and that's $21.04. 102 is $18.95. 103 is $19.95. And 104 is $19.24.
It's about 6.5% higher on some of them.
Probably come Fort County.
Yeah. I would assume they have the option to go to Garrison too. I don't know, Fort County's pretty booked up with data center stuff.
The last one is River Products, FM. $200 a day. We have 4 bids as well. We're gonna start with 105, and that is $21.20.
$21.20.
106 is $19.75. 107 is $18.20. And 110 is $19.60. Okay, because I wasn't writing down.
You probably won't be able to read my chicken scratches. On the first one, I didn't get the districts in the first 3. On Martin Marietta, didn't get the districts. You get the districts on them?
Yeah, it's 101, there's 2815,
Okay.
103 was 30.
Hold on, 2815. Then 103, you said?
Yeah, 3015,
Okay.
and 105 was 2815.
I'm gonna just make a copy. Hold on, this-
What was Dow's 105?
It might.
That's
You
not-
want me to try and make one?
It's fine.
2293.
2293.
Do you have yours wrote nice so she can write them down, John? Or I can tell you, here, you can do it real quick.
Well,
I can read mine.
I got it, Brandy's
Oh,
here.
yeah, okay.
So a couple of them, there's only one bid for it,
That's
right?
what I'm looking at too, yeah.
That happens a lot.
But Wendling looks good for
So do
the
we
top
want to
4.
just approve the,
Well, hold on. So. Oops. 2288 minus 22.
Anybody highlight the least ones, just so I know I have the least ones?
I do not.
What'd you say?
The least amount on each.
That's what I was just doing. That's why I made
So
copies.
the top four, that's all
Yeah.
Wendland, that's pretty
And then the
easy.
next three are River Products, and then the next two are Keswick, or Dowds, and then the last one is River Products. What I got.
Right.
That's what I got.
Yep.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But can we do, Nick, question for you, can we do Dowds for 2 districts, but not the last one?
Absolutely.
I don't know if we'd accept the bid in full, if that makes sense.
No, we accept these per district.
So overall, you're doing math, you have
Yeah, you're looking at anywhere from 5 to 6.5% increase. So for FM, I would say just accept, if you want to, you accept the low bids as is, leave it up to Nick to determine the tonnage per district. At least for FM. So I have a set budget with the DOT, a contract, we have a funding agreement, we can't go over it. So
So you're saying that we're going to have to decrease the amount of tonnage because of,
I have no idea because I don't have
Yeah.
a computer.
or potentially.
You could.
Okay, so I'll put that into motion. I'll make a motion that we accept the low bids for FM for the tonnage, and then the engineer can determine what tonnage per road according to the budget.
You accept the
The per
low
ton.
bid
I'm gonna
per
name,
district.
per district, I'm gonna name them.
Yep, and you can name them and the price and the option as per, the contract or whatever, Nick can increase or decrease tonnage as needed.
Yeah, so the options would be, District 1 would be, what, you want the amounts too, Brandy?
No.
District 1, 2, 3, and 4, low bid is Wendling. Districts 5, 6, and 7, the low bid is River Products. District 108 and 109 is Dowds. And District 110 would be River Products. That's my motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Right,
Opposed? Motion passes. These can come to you, right, Brandy, or do they go to Nick? What do you say? I got the envelopes in.
There's local.
Okay, should I start with,
Martin, what was that one?
Do we need
This is
the
just-
other form, right?
Yes, I'm sorry.
and this is your RFP essentially?
Yeah.
Or what is that?
For them to fill out.
Okay. Oh, is it, yeah, Malcolm on it?
Yeah, that's the core that they want to pull out of.
Who's it, is that?
That's in Martin area.
Oh, the one that you go,
Yeah.
yes, okay. So we'll start with that. So we'll start with the one that we opened previously, which is the Martin Marietta. For District 101, we are looking at $28.40. 103 is $29.65. 105 is $27.90. Dowds, local. We have 5. We have District 105 at 2372. We have 106 at 2315. 108 at 2182. 109 at 2308. And then 110 at 2250.
50,
50. The next one will be River Products. We have 4. Starting with 105, it is 2120. 106 is 1975. 107 is 1820. And 110 is 1960. Last one is Wendling. We have 4. Starting with 101 is 2104. 102 is 1895. 103 is 1995. And 104 is 1924.
So I want you guys to also just take note that again, these prices are 6% higher than last year. We get the same amount of local money. So what do we do? Do we get 6% less rock every year? You know? Like, we gotta, find ways to make sure that we survive. So this is just an example. So, local, last year, the contract was for 552,000. I don't have the numbers in front of me. This year, I have 5% to that. We're looking at like 580, $30,000 more. We'll make do this year, like we have been getting, but like, they go up, $30,000, $50,000 a year, every year. If we get the same amount of money, do you just start cutting the rock, or what do you, we'll try our best with the money that we have, but we gotta allocate, it comes to me then on where do we allocate it? Where do we cut? If we have the same amount of money as last year and inflation goes up, it means you gotta cut services somewhere, you know what I'm saying? So.
I think it's gonna have to be addressed eventually, this year. I don't think there's room to wiggle.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying, like.
It's gonna have to be addressed eventually, because I think all of us can agree our number one phone call is about roads.
You've been getting local money the same for quite a number of years.
Right.
And that's probably increased through the years, so you probably have been adjusted already, so we're behind the 8 ball already.
Right. Well, I mean, you guys do help with that TIF money. We have moved some money around because of the TIF money. That's what this FM do. But this is just, I just want to showcase this to you guys with the people that if we get the same amount of money and rock prices go up 6%, either we lower rock by 6% or we take other services away or reduce other services. So we'll make do this year. We'll same thing. I have a percent budgeted that we can go up to. But that's, just want to make people aware that rock prices have not been inflating by 2 or 3%. It's been 6 or 10. And I feel like we're pretty fortunate too with the low gas prices. Gas prices double, these are going to go way up. Sorry about my soapbox there.
So you need a bid for the local,
Need a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the local bids in the order that I put them as the low bids for local districts. Again, 101 through 104 is Wendling. 105 through 107 is River Products. 108 and 109 is Dowds, and then 110 would be River Products again. Same order as the FM bids.
Yeah, it is.
That's my motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you, guys. Let's move on to, we had some lettings this week for bridges that will be built in a road this summer. Let's start off with project 103. Bridge project, VROS. Can I just have?
What do you mean? I brought those over.
You got it, got it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nope, you're good.
Okay. Bridge project S 5056. This is on L Avenue, just north of the interstate. The bridge is currently posted at 10 tons. We had one bid. The bid was for Peterson Contractors Incorporated to the tune of $638,433.35. This was 8.3% over our estimate,
How much over?
8.3. Bridge is posted at 10 tons, and then, so what we have here is we have a bid analysis, and I can go through that too. The DOT wants me to review the bid to see if it was good.
What percent is the flag? Isn't there like a set percent that they say that you have to justify it?
I'll let you read it, because it is very
Vague?
hard to understand, in my opinion. Up here, it says the 10% is the flag, but then I don't know what that table means. So I think 10% is the flag.
So it's based on the number of bids, we got one.
We got one, which says that competitive bids is like 100%, but then if you read above, it goes 100, keeps saying 110%. So I don't think, to be honest, like 8% over. I think we just have to accept it. We got one bid.
Yeah, that is kind of confusing.
So I could take a step back here real quick. We only got one bid for each bridge, it's PCI. PCI came in under our estimate for one of the bridges. The other one, they came in over our estimate. If I had to take a guess, the over the estimate was they may or may not want that bridge. They just throw out a price and they have to get it. I believe though that we should still move forward with this because, and maybe my estimate was wrong too, right? I just believe we should still move forward. That bridge is a 10-time current homeowner. It's a dead end. There's no other way around. You can wait till next year if you want it. But no, according to that, I really don't know if we can do that.
Yeah, it's pretty vague.
So I would say we move forward with accepting it. PCI does good work for us.
Is that something that you could clarify with the DOT to see?
I could.
Or should we maybe consult the county attorney?
I'd say just accept it. It's 8% over. I don't think that there's no way that where it says number of competitive bids, because it does say up here, bids that exceed 110% of the local public agency's estimate shall not be awarded unless one of the following is true. Well, we're not over that. So I think you still award it. And then, but it says unless, which means you can award it, the number of competitive bids received was 1, and the competitive bid is considered adequate when the low bid does not exceed 100% of the engineer's estimate. That to me is a little confusing, but
What would you guys like to do?
I say accept it.
Is that a motion?
I'll make the motion to accept that.
so right here, what you want to make is the motion to accept this resolution. It'll need a number that identifies PC.
I've got it.
Perfect.
Yep. This is resolution 2026-0220. And Chris, is that your motion?
Yes, that's my motion to accept it.
It also puts me in charge of all documents.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Right,
Aye.
Opposed?
I think we should do roll call since there's a spot for everyone.
That's what I was wondering. Okay, yeah.
Deegan,
Aye.
Moss,
Aye.
Meyer,
Aye.
Montrose.
go backwards sometime.
Long.
I hate being last all the time.
It's no fun being first.
So we all have to sign this.
See?
I'm gonna pass them around, make sure they end up the brain.
It's an 80-foot by 33-foot continuous concrete slab at a 45-degree skew.
So. Project 104.
Project 104, we had one bid,
Where's this one at?
HH Avenue, just south of 180th, between 180th and 190th. It came in below our estimate. The bid came in at $627,028.70. Again, PCI was the only bidder. My bid tab analysis says that it was below our estimate and we should take it.
By what percent?
Came in at 627. My estimate was 653. So 35%, 48, 49. I guess you have them.
Yes, I have them, yes. Does anybody have questions?
I'll make a motion for the resolution.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Oh, roll call, sorry.
Montrose.
Hey, aye.
Meyer,
Aye.
Moss,
Aye.
Deegan.
Aye.
All right. Passing it around. Uno Mas, project 105.
Project 105 is from the Millersburg Four Corner east, there you go, over to the Butler Hill area and then south to 149. We had 3 bids ranging from 2.39 million to 2.6 million. So roughly, it's on here if you guys want to see it. My estimate was 2.521 million, so we came in under our estimate. Bid analysis is we had 3 bids. They were all within $220,000 of each other. And LL Pelling was the low bidder. And
Who was?
LL Pelling,
For 2.39?
yep.
2.3.
Yeah, 2.39.
$2,390,412.31. So we have the last resolution to approve that and also make me, sign papers on behalf of you
Actually,
guys.
that's the big bridge on the,
Not a bridge, this is the whole road.
the whole
Well,
road.
it says bridge
Yeah, it
contract.
does say bridge contract on the thing. That's why I was confused.
It's actually
Where at?
on your
On your
agenda.
agenda.
No.
That's
Okay,
what I,
error there,
it's like,
correct everywhere else hopefully.
I think as long as the project's named correctly, we're fine.
Yeah. No, so. I haven't looked it over.
They're just resurfacing it.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, this is correct. Does anybody have questions? Want to do a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept Pelling's bid.
I'll second.
All in favor? Or roll call again?
Montrose,
Aye.
Meyer,
Aye.
Aye.
Deegan.
Again.
Thanks, Brandy, for making the supervisors happy.
Did they come in and chew like the top layer off and then put some on, or did they just go right in?
Yeah, this will be a cold in place. We'll take the top 3 inches, chew it up, put some oil in it, lay it back down, let it sit for 3 weeks, come back in and put 4 or 5 more inches over the top. Right now, the road is currently 11 foot wide, we'll go to 12 foot lanes. So, the only issues that we will hit is right now they have 3 inches of asphalt over concrete. If we're gonna chew up 3 inches and lay it back down, we hope that the concrete underneath holds up. But it's gonna be one of those where when we lay it down, it's gonna look like it's done. Has set for 3 weeks. It'll get choppy and not so great during those 3 weeks. Tell everybody it's not done, part of the process.
Yeah.
Our guys been doing their usual winter thing, pushing snow, cutting brush, stockpiling rock and salt and sand. And then I was dealing with all this stuff. Also, just to let you guys know, I am gonna allow Tama County to borrow 2 road embargo signs so that they can see what it looks like and get their own ordered. So we'll get them back, just, they wanted to have a reference to buy them, and they might put them up for a week or 2 so they can get their own in. So we'll get them back. Just want to let you guys know they're just gonna borrow them, just like we do. We let the city of Marengo, we're waiting for to borrow our cones. And
The skid loader works looking nice, what they've been doing on these highways, you know, cleaning them up. Good. Good.
then I think next week we have a meeting to go to Blackhawk to look at their sprayer on Tuesdays. Then hopefully we're gonna get the sprayer situation going. Come back and spray that to make sure that all this work isn't in vain.
Right?
And that's about it with me. Right now, as far as project designs, we are just kind of waiting to get funding agreements so we can move forward with stuff.
Anything else for next?
Can I have those signed resolutions? or-
I will send them to you because they need a seal apparently. Do you want originals or do you want a copy? I don't really care either way.
Probably the originals for the book.
And next, so each of these, districts here, 101 through 110, is there a grader operator for each district, or do some of them have 2, or?
Nope, everybody's got one.
Okay.
I covered those up. Yeah, they're usually like labeled over here, but since we did 2 different.
Would you have a list of who has what district?
Yes, yeah.
Just email it to me if you would mind.
Sure.
That way, if I get people call out, I'll know who the operator is.
And they decide where the rock goes, the motor grader operator, correct?
For the most part, right? So because we now split it up between FM and local, I tell them how many FM miles they have to do and how many local miles they have to do. Well, some of them, when I tell them that they have to do 14 miles of FM or whatever it is, some of them only have 14 miles of FM. So you were getting rock on that road. So yes, they get a choice, but it's kind of lead for some of them. But they were probably gonna put rock on the FM roads anyway, no one knows how to travel. Alrighty,
Thank you.
I'll just drop
Thanks,
the
Nick.
originals off on my lunch.
what's that?
I'll just drop the originals.
Okay.
off on my lunch.
Yeah, that way I can get those loaded up into the.
Okay, my road's not even on.
Huh?
My road's not even
Are you sure?
on.
I thought that was how you started the map, is where the supervisor
Right.
Drop those, and then go from there.
Your rock,
I guess it is right there.
What's the road name? Deacon's Driveway?
P.
Yeah, I think it's Deacon's Driveway. DD. Reading it upside down. DD.
It's in good shape, so it's fine.
Alrighty, thank
Thanks,
you guys.
Come on up.
I have one other quick question.
No.
The Pioneer Cemetery, Commission needs a little bit of dirt, like 5-gallon buckets full to fill in gopher holes and such. We do have some dirt sitting around the yard. Is the board okay with people that are on the Pioneer Cemetery Commission to come in and grab a few bucket loads of that dirt? I don't have a problem getting rid of the dirt. It's more or less, don't get hurt. But if they're already under, acting for the county, and I don't know how legally how that goes.
And it could grow into needing 1 to 3 tons of stuff with this district map that you have, Nick. Do you have different facilities like the one out by Kinsey where this stuff is stored?
We only really just do the one at Kinsey's, and I don't know how we will not load it for you.
No, okay, and that's.
No.
And is it an option that if we see projects big enough and it's convenient for the county workers when they're cleaning out ditches to maybe dump a spoils pile or something in an area that we intend to do? Because we got some pretty bad dug up cemeteries. It's not just, I'm just thinking ahead and looking for the resources. There's
It's
no,
possible if we're close that we could drop off dirt in the area, but we will not take county equipment and load personal vehicles, and we will not allow skid loaders or major equipment to be out there operating in our yard.
no, that's,
I think we're
But
good.
if
We'll work something
if you
out.
leave a list at our office, it is possible that we could drop some off. But we do get calls for that all the time, and so unless we're within a mile.
well, we're just looking at a way to, collaborate, but. we'll do it,
Excuse me. You mean it's tradition?
Yeah, well, we gotta be real close,
It's gotta be a decent spot to dump, which, they know that.
which would be like
We
outside.
can
the
cross that
fence.
bridge when it comes, yeah. But I don't see any problem
I
with
don't see any
5
problem
gallon.
with the 5-gallon buckets as long as they have their safety.
We'll make it work one way or the other. What is the best way for us to get, supervisors are used to going right to you then? Is there a preferred contact method you would prefer with your office to?
Just call the office manager, and let them know that you're gonna go get a few buckets.
Okay,
If it's after hours, the gates will be shut.
absolutely, and
And
that's,
that's during hours, don't get run over.
like I said, I kind of made a contact with one and surveyed that area out there, and it would be, a normal working hours, check in at the office.
And
That's between you two, yeah.
In your office
Call
over
in
here.
our office.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Yep.
You bet.
thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Well,
Bring my glasses in case I need. Oh, that's much better.
So our February EMS report, for January, we had 135 responses, 104 of those were transports, and 31 were cancels or refusals. So for the fiscal year, we've had 1,020 responses, 708 transports, and 275 refusals. Average per month was 146 of responses compared to 158 last year, and transports were averaging 101 compared to 119. And cancels or refusals were averaging 39, the same as we were a year ago. 31 times both ambulances were busy at the same time. We staffed a backup ambulance 5 of those times, and then we had to request out of county 4 times. We had 19 transfers out of CMH. Finance report, January expenses, $354,289 compared to a budget of $209,107. Year-to-date actual expenses, $1,502,944 compared to a budget, year-to-date budget of $1,463,749. So right now, year-to-date wise, we're sitting $39,195 over budget. But we just bought those EKG monitors, and I believe January had an extra payroll, so we're right on track. January revenue, $118,155. Year-to-date revenue, $721,867 compared to a budget revenue of $760,958. So year-to-date right now, revenue compared to budget revenue, we're a little under revenue, $39,072. Difference in year-to-date expenses versus year-to-date revenue, $781,057 compared to a budgeted difference of expenses versus revenue of $702,791. Right now, we got a negative cost variance of $78,867. Hopefully that starts to balance out as we get through the expense year, and we'll have to see with revenue. We may have to do an amendment if that don't catch up with where we need it to be. But our average charges per transport, $1,554 compared to average revenue of $932 per transport. And then if you break it down per response, the cost is $1,473 per response, and the cost per transport is $2,123. Any questions on the financial stuff? On the back, activities, our regular stuff that deposits, claims, scheduling, take care of the medication vending machine, collections, records requests, preparedness meetings I attended there. We had a Southeast Iowa Council meeting, attended that. We had a local association meeting. This month we're working on skills training. We got skills lab set up in our classroom. Of course, been working on budget, the new EKG monitors in service, the ventilators we got from the state. We got those, 3 of those in service. We're still waiting on one to get back to us from the manufacturer where we're getting its 2-year maintenance done. All our staff got their annual safety training done. We have state inspection next week, so we've been getting ready for that. That's not just ambulance, that's countywide first responders. So it's been a few weeks trying to get everybody's credentials and everything, make sure they're up to date, we have them on file. And then we have our annual EMS day coming up in March. There's been a lot of CPR training going on for our own staff, but for secondary roads, I think that was about 6 classes. Public health as well had a class. And then just a little update, had a Marengo First Responders meeting here a few weeks ago. There's 8 people that are, when I say certified, they're EMTs or RNs that are interested, and then there was 6 people interested in taking EMT class. So we'll meet again the first week of March. So develop, so I'll let you know how where that's going. So, but we had a really good turnout, I guess we might point. Equipment vehicles, nothing major, little things here and there. Ambulances, normal services. No really personnel things going on. Safety wise, we had no reported injuries since I've seen you last. And HIPAA, I got that on my to-do list. There's some policy updates that ISAC has recommended I need to work on. Any questions? Did you want to ask a question about budget today, or are you to do that a different day? Or?
I think we're not doing much budget wise today just because Kevin's not here, but I think where we sit right now is where we'll probably land.
Okay.
So.
I just want to, if you had any major questions.
No, I don't think so.
I just had a question. I read your notes and stuff. The budget proposed moving the assistant director back to the salary position.
Yeah, she's asked to go to salary, so it's.
So it was, but we switched from no assistant director just recently, right? not too long.
Yeah, we're making some personnel changes in there as well. So Jason was assistant. We moved him out of there and Leah's assistant now. Right now she's on a 48-hour work week, which is two 24s or 4 12s or any combination of that. I like to have her on like a 24-hour shift on the ambulance or 2 12s and then a couple office days. It would make more sense that when she has an office day, she doesn't have to necessarily come in at 6 and be there till 6, and we go to salary. Where if she has to cover 4 days, 48, she can, but if she has office time scheduled, then she don't have to be there necessarily 6 to 6. She can work normal 8 to 4:30 office hours.
So would you have to hire another person then?
No, we ain't changing any staffing here, and she's already doing that. It's just, she's gotta be right now, because she's on a 48-hour work schedule. She's gotta work 48 hours a week. But if she's doing 2 shifts on an ambulance and 2 office shifts, I don't necessarily need her. 12 hours on an office shift is a long time to work on office stuff, and you're working harder and more productive. I don't really need her there 12 hours, but that she's on a 48-hour work week, so she has to be there 48 hours, so. We don't really lose any production.
Okay, well, I was just confused just because we just moved somebody out of that position. What was the reason we did that for? Just because of scheduling?
I don't know how much I want to disclose in
Oh, that's
the
fine.
meeting.
I just,
We changed some staff responsibilities around to make sure everything was getting done. And originally we had Leah as training captain, and she took on more responsibilities during the change. We kind of learned what was getting done and what wasn't getting done. And she's taken on more responsibility. She has requested to go to salary, so. It works out better than her having to, if she has an office day, so she doesn't necessarily get to be here at 6 in the morning and be here till 6 at night. She can come out and work and all this stuff.
I was just wondering if it was gonna change the budget.
No, it changed the hours when she's present during the office day.
Okay.
If she doesn't need to be here for 12 hours, then we should go home after 8 hours.
All right,
No different than, like, I had 41 hours yesterday. I'm still here today because I had a meeting this morning. I'm working this morning. So she may work 48 hours. She might work 40 hours, just going to depend what we need her for. Just gives us more flexibility. Not overwork her and keep her around because she's very good training officer for us.
Any other questions?
All right.
Thanks, Adam.
Thank you guys.
thanks, have a good weekend.
I think that concludes all of our things except for next week's agenda. Is there anything to add? We all have, right?
The engineer, transportation, insurance change considerations, budget discussion.
I think we'll definitely hash out budget next week. I think we'll be done. If I have a magic 8 ball, but unless we have another crazy wrenches that get thrown in. Oh, one thing I didn't mention, the Board of Health
You
meeting.
got 10 minutes? Yeah, I'll catch you just right after the meeting.
One thing I didn't mention in the Board of Health meeting was Sherry's budget, and I brought up the car situation. Have I told you guys about that yet?
Yeah.
And how they wanted to get it this year, so we'll have to do a budget amendment as a supervisor for her to get the car this year. She's gonna go out and get bids from local people. So, long story short, we're going to do a budget amendment, or I'm recommending that we do a budget amendment to get her a vehicle this year because it's unreliable, so. But other than that, I think the budget, we're good. The insurance, we're gonna leave like budget-wise the same, but then we can like hash out what exactly we wanna do there. So I think that's everything we can do next week. Maybe plan for a longer meeting just to button everything up. Hopefully we have numbers from Rick. But I'm hoping we can just button everything up next week and be done.
Make a motion to adjourn.
A second.
All in favor?
Right?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.